With you, too many People, even in this day and age, are still frightened about death. They won't talk about it. And it's such a shame because it's part of life. There is a point to everything, and we're here to learn. And it's just a learning curve, and we'll move on. But for me, it's a freedom. It's an escape. It's an escape.
See you when I see you. You're gone now. When I see you. So long now. See you when I see you. Would this life like to carry on? See you when I see you. You're gone now. When I see you. So long now. See you when I see you. Were the last words I ever heard. I don't think that I need much. I just need to be right beside you. Right beside you. Saying goodbye. Goodbye.
I never had a chance, wanna say goodbye. When we heard the news, it made my girlfriend cry. I can't believe it, you did it, you must have hurt pretty bad. Another lost soul, now the whole world's sad. So you're just another number, story, statistic. Now I'm figuring out exactly how masochistic you were to yourself. Only got one health, gotta make yourself happy, can't rely on the wealth. But them drugs got you good, got you in a chokehold. Feeling all messed up, alone and cold, scared to death, with nowhere to go but down. Screaming out for help, but no one's around. So this is my way of just
Saying goodbye. Goodbye. And I'll never feel the same again.
beat down at a time with no will to win.
One stop shop to let the pain back in.
Come back, don't stop till the light begins.
And I'll never be the same again.
Beat down at a time with no will to win.
One stop shop to let the pain back in.
Come back, don't stop till the light begins. But you lost yourself, now everything is gone cause you offed yourself. Hope you know that you were wrong.
I'm right beside you. Right beside you. Saying goodbye.
I know inside that there's more to life than this mortal coil. It's a very shallow-minded person who thinks that somebody is born and dies and that's it. And this is just a shell. It's just I've got a dodgy shit. It's just I've got a dodgy shit. It's just I've got a dodgy shit.
See you when I see you. You're gone now. When I see you. You're gone now. See you when I see you. Would this life like to carry on? See you when I see you. You're gone now. When I see you. You're gone now. See you when I see you. Were the last words I ever heard. I don't think that I need much. I just need to be right beside you. Right beside you. Saying goodbye. Goodbye.
It's an escape.
Sometimes it feels like the world's moving on, or it feels like I'm already gone. Some say that's just a sign that it's right before dawn. I say the only way I can describe it is sometimes I'm watching my son on his bike and I feel like a ghost on the lawn. I feel like the host and the best of me fed something else and I'm fit to be pawned. I feel like the very last fish in the pond. And tonight they'll be flooding the valley and I'll be alone in the reservoir, endlessly carrying on, deathless and bound, down to a depth I attempted to sound until I thought maybe my sound was gone. Held in a prison whose walls my fists have been pounding on, whose CCTV turned to a live stream soon as the stream of the reservoir split the walls. And I didn't make waves or a scene, I kept my head down and I drowned to embrace it all. Found what was left of myself caught up in a tangle of trees and debris when the waters receded, and maybe I'd needed that all along. Maybe my peace is the breath of relief in the break of a song. Maybe I'm right at the peak of my being as soon as I speak the last words aloud. Through the fury of my heart beating, maybe I'm only deceiving myself. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm nearer to right than I'd like to admit, and that's why I'm convinced I'm splintering. Maybe the truth is once you let the light in, the brightness is fixed to your eyelids and there's no forgetting no matter how heavy the curtains are drawn. Maybe I'm right at the peak of my being as soon as I speak the last words aloud, and then the moment is gone. Maybe I'm more than a ghost on the lawn. But maybe that's just what a ghost would be telling itself to attempt to keep calm. Maybe I'll try to disarm myself, only to find that I'm all of the wires attached to the bomb. Find that they run through the lines of my palms, and then learn the device is entwined in my final reserves of resolve. So that if it ignites, I might just step outside myself, place my concern for your current events on an often neglected shelf, killing my drive to create and then claiming defense of myself. And watching as everyone else just keeps revolving. Like maybe them forcing insolvency on us just couldn't be helped, or honestly, we couldn't tell. Maybe those questions are better off left to be muttered ad nauseum after I'm tossed in a cushioned and carpeted cell, singing the ballad of suicide hotline workers who know that they'd only be calling themselves. Who know we are stuck in the clutches of leaders who publicly honor the fallen, privately set up a system that sees to it we are eternally falling, and privately plot the demise of us all while they carefully measure the plots that we'll fall in. The mandatory mass grave cascade we are soon to star in. And I'll push the thought aside, like the fog of a chlorine gas hanging thick in my mind. And then I'm standing outside. I'm looking at the sky. I can smell the charcoal of someone's fire. I see my son out on his bike. In a moment that although I'm standing within it, I still feel it passing by. It's like it's fading into time. And suddenly it's 20 years behind.
It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours.
Well, now, come one, come all to the midnight ball. What's going on, y'all? It's me. So it's Friday night here in Brooklyn, New York. It's hot as balls. It's not as hot as balls as it was. Now it's hot as cooler balls. But they were hot balls earlier. So and tomorrow's going to be nice. And speaking of nice, the Segway King here, got Miss Jimmy Sunderland here in her fancy bat cave looking place. It's like
We're
Prince.
gonna like talk about my balls.
Your balls? Do you have balls?
Yeah, they're
have-
just really shriveled because it's cold.
Shriveled balls. You might want to see your
Opposite.
general practitioner about that. I'm no doctor. Besides having shriveled balls, how are you?
I'm
You
good.
okay?
I'm stoned as usual. How are you?
I'm crazy from the heat. If that makes
Okay.
any difference. Probably not. I don't know how this works. Anyway, I'm still taken aback by the shriveled balls.
Yes.
What the
Score
who
for
the
Jimmy.
what happened? The thing with the glavin. Let's check in on the let me check in on the chickens here real quick. If this works. Yay, chickies! Oh, we got like a full roost.
Chickies.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up top. And then I think we got one downstairs in the cheap seats. Looks like it's maybe it's cool there. I don't know. That's Chicken City, y'all. Look for them on YouTube. Chicken City. I don't have the web address, I don't think. Maybe I do. You get that
Your kitty
for-
cat's gone.
Kitty cat? Oh yeah, that little muff looking thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Me neither.
It could have been an alien. Could have been like right?
My bet it was a towel.
Oh, come on, Debbie Downer, don't be like that. We're talking about aliens tonight. If you're into that sort of thing, you like that? You want to talk about that?
I'd love talking about aliens. Yes.
All right, so I got it in the chat there. I should put it probably in the Rock Fiend too as well. Nobody yet on Rockfin, but hopefully those fine folks will show up soon enough. So anywho, people may or may not know, I don't have an Oz or a Reef or a Phase or or whoever engineer. I'm that guy, so I kind of have to look all over the place and see what's going on, and I get distracted because I go, ooh, shiny, and
That's right.
but sometimes it's not shiny, sometimes it's something on fire, and
That's
you know,
what I
that's
love
like,
about you, though.
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we
you
got-
keep us on our toes.
You know what? That's what I am, like a high-heeled shoe. I keep you on your toes. So
My favorite.
do you like wearing high-heeled shoes?
Love wearing high heel shoes. I'm on
Really?
5'3". Of course, I love wearing high heel shoes.
Well, I know you like the height that you get, right? But I mean, like, do you like the actual wearing them? And it like kind of like ballerina shoes?
No, well, you have to remember, I'm a stripper. I wore shoes for 10 years, or high heels for 10 years straight. So that's pretty much all I wore. Like, I could pretty much walk in on my front part of my feet for the rest of my life probably and be happy. It's what I did for 10 years. So, yeah.
Were you ever a ballerina? Did you ever do any of that?
No. I danced. I was a dancer, but
You never did the, because they have to like break
no.
their feet or something, don't they? I watched Black Swan, but I was high. I don't remember that movie very much. Well, all I know is there was like some evil shit going on, and I thought there was like broken feet or something, so they could like do their little feet, so they could do like actually be on their toes.
That would
Did you ever
suck
see
if
that
they
movie?
do.
Did you see
Mm-mm.
Black Swan?
Mm-mm. I watched
May or
Center Stage ballerina movie, but that was more of like their toes were really fucked up. Like I would see bloody toes.
Ew, Bloody Toes.
Yeah.
That was the name of my college rock band. It was it was death metal. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't cool. Let's say hi to the chat since they were so nice to show up. We got Gamer in here. What's up, Gamer? Kelly. Oh, Miss Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Yes, Kelly, there was a lesbian love scene in Black Swan. That's why I watched it. So, wait, what? No, I watched it for the art. Miguel, good to see you. Les Bones, one of our producers here. Good to see you, brother. We got Ed Heller. We got Fred in the house too. Waka waka waka. That's my Fozzie the Bear impression. It's not very good. I'm working on it. So, I think that's everybody for right now.
Dolores just
Oh, Dolores, hello, Dolores. Dolores is so sweet. She is the ultimate. She is literally a sharing person. You know what I mean? Sharing is
literally.
caring. She shares so many shows. She's one of the best there. You know, spreading the wealth, trying to get everybody. Not a lot of times people get notifications for some of these shows, and Dolores, Fred too. Fred Edward is out there sharing. He's sharing
Dolores
and
is a
caring.
special kind of person because when she goes on Facebook, normally when you go on Facebook, you can get like your account suspended or banned for saying the wrong things. She's like a special kind of superhero on Facebook. She gets banned for sharing too much. I've never seen somebody get banned from social media or get in like timeout from social media so much from sharing things. They think that she's like a spam account. She's amazing. She's just,
Right, because she probably just like shares so many so quickly.
Yep.
That actually happened. I didn't get suspended, but I got a warning or something, like a, oh, is this a bot kind of thing? Because it was, I think there was like 5 or 6 things that were really good on at the same time. They were all live. And so I got to get this out. So I was like, share. And then the thing came up and it said, you know,
Yep.
evil robot, what are you doing? And I said, well, nothing, stuff. Those were some other kids, Your Honor. So
I'm a human.
I'm a human being. I am not an animal. It's a crazy movie. The Elephant Man. It's that was like that's
so
an
sad.
old movie though. It's like it was like 1980, I think it came out, and it had John Hurt, who was in he was the dude in Alien that the thing popped out of his chest. He's that guy. And hey, Andrew, the Rochford Files. He is here. What's going on, brother? He had Jesse Jett on. Was that last night? It was last night he was on,
I
right?
just subscribed to his channel last night. Yeah.
Andrew has had he had Chuck Modi on the other night too. He's been tearing it up, man. Good for you, brother. You know, like to see everybody in the space, you know, getting some good peeps on. Speaking of getting good peeps on, King of Segway, the special announcement to let everybody know. So things are things are afoot at the Circle K around these parts. And if there's like extraneous noises coming from my way, it's either a fan fucked up or there's like some rando dog downstairs that won't shut the fuck up. So, um, but good news is Miss Jimmy is here tonight, and she will be with us pretty much every Friday night as the new co-host of the Secret Show on Friday nights. So congratulations. Woo!
Yay!
Whistle, whistle, whistle. Crowd
I
applause,
know.
crowd applause. Hooray.
I wish
Party
I had
favor.
a special hat. I know I don't have a hat.
That's like the I don't have one, so I have to make the thing. So yeah, so Jimmy is doing time. I'm her parole officer, and she has to be with me on Friday nights.
Yep.
Because that's part
Court
of her parole, her court order. They said she has to do this show on Friday nights. It's kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3000, where they got, I don't know if they were getting punished. They had to be on that meteor inside the meteor, and they had to watch all the bad movies. Yeah, that was fun. So
Yeah,
it's my gain, your punishment. So
it's all right.
but we'll make the best
You
of
know,
it.
you do the crime, you do the time. So I just gotta wait it out, take it day by day. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you did that was so heinous to be stuck here on
Overdue
Tatooine.
library books. You know, I heard that that's like one of the top punishments nowadays.
Yeah, from like
I
when you were
know.
like in like maybe elementary school, you checked out a book, you forgot to bring it back, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "Yes, you owe us $43 million."
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're very excited. Oh, there's one of our other producers there. Indy left us here. What's up, Indy? Good to see you. So yeah, that's big news. So Jimmy's gonna be joining me on Friday nights. Saturday nights, same bat time, same bat channel. We will be it'll be me because she doesn't need to be punished that much. So just a little bit, just the Friday night. So Ed says, with this tomorrow night, JB Font's gonna be on here. Or at least he said he was. So I don't know. He's had some stuff going on this week. Hopefully he'll be able to join us. If not, that's okay. It'll be just me, just hanging out in the ether. Ed wants to know, Warren, are you going to make Jimmy watch public domain propaganda films? Yeah, but you can pick them out. It won't be like some random thing. Kelly said, I thought the special announcement would be Biden's new plan to provide sleeves for guys from you don't like, are you getting blinded? Wait a minute. Somebody should call the veterinarian because these pythons are sick. Kelly, is it? Kelly, I saw you were like slobbering all over Jett last night. So I see where you're at now. We are breaking up. We are not going
Don't
to the
hate
prom
because
together.
Kelly is out there making boss moves. Okay.
No. I see that if she would have been cool tonight, I let that shit slide because I'm not a jealous man. But then she's gonna come talk about El Blancos Locos. We're gonna have a talking to, and there may be a
Those
spanking
shoulders
involved
aren't
too.
the only thing that's gonna shock you on Warren tonight.
Look, it's hot here. It's hot up in here. And actually, it's like I think it's like 78 now, but it was like it got up to 90 today, and it was like humid. So yeah, we Indy, I don't know if you saw the opening or not, but so I have you and Lesbos as my producers. Thank you for your donations to the show. Thank you for your support in other ways as well too. We appreciate it, and that goes for everybody too. Thanks for supporting the show. We got a pretty decent crowd here right now, about 15 people. At the usual. So a lot of people don't have anything to do on a Friday night. Propaganda Live. I know you have something better to do, brother. You You definitely have something better to do. You have more of a life than I do. So I'm court ordered to do this, and now Jimmy is too. So we gotta do the time. We gotta pay our penance.
That's
Um.
right.
Anyway, so it's
Get
Friday
sick.
night. How are you feeling? Are you you're all chilly over there, right? You said it's pretty cold
I
over
know.
there in Cali.
Yeah. I got the heater, blanket, my sweater. Yeah, I'm freezing.
Yeah, it was kind of a opposite. It was opposite day. Like I think it was earlier in the week. You said it was just like blazing hot where you were, and it was like in the 60s here. I think so. Now it's like
Hmm.
it's like
Not
Freaky
switched.
Friday. We
Yep.
swapped. We swapped.
Yep.
We didn't swap bodies, but we swapped climates.
Yes.
And that's how that worked out. Um,
Hmm.
so
I think we're just getting like that tail cold end left over from maybe Yosemite or something, and there's only like just some cold winds left. I don't know where it's coming from because it's June over here, so we're supposed to be warm, but it's colder than hell right now.
this has been some crazy weather this week. Because I was
Yeah.
talking to Misty, comrade Misty, this week on her radio show, and we were talking about weather. And she's a weather. I'm kind of a weather nerd. Anytime there's like crazy like hurricanes going on or something, I'm like I've got YouTube on. I'm trying to see which channel is showing that kind of stuff because it's fascinating the power of that kind of stuff. Like
Hmm.
hurricanes, tornadoes. Um, and if they were had, I think they had some tornadoes up in the Midwest there, Ohio. I think Illinois got hit by some too. I thought I heard Ed talking about that earlier this week. But yeah, it's wild. So do you like that crazy weather? You don't get crazy weather out there. You just get like forest fires, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have our earthquakes too because I'm in California, but yeah,
What's the what was the biggest earthquake you've ever been in?
the Northridge one in the 90s, but I was too young to even really know what it was. I think I told you, I don't know if I told you it was on here or not. But yeah, I thought that my mom was like shaking the house or something. Like I thought that my family was playing a game on me. I didn't actually think that there was like really an actual earthquake going on. And I even ran out to my parents outside who were outside, and my parents were working on the car and thought that each other were shaking the car, making it a joke. So we didn't even realize that it was an earthquake, which was wild
Um,
until we turned on the news. So yeah.
right. I saw that footage too. There was like freeways. There was like the kind of you have the double decker freeway kind of thing, and then like they like
Yep.
collapsed onto each other there. Oh my God. That was just
Yeah.
that would have scared the hell out of me. I mean, I saw that. I was pretty young then too. Yeah, we'll say that. And when that happened, and then I'm like, "No, I don't want nothing to do with that." And then like 10 years later, I move out there because I'm not very
Yep.
bright. Um,
I know.
I only had
I know. I always said like I'll never live right by San Andreas fault line. That's totally scary. And now I live like 15 miles away from San Andreas fault. So you just whatever.
wouldn't even play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas the game. I wanted nothing to do with that because I thought that somehow the science would make its way to Mississippi. I don't
Jeez.
know. We have voodoo down
Yeah.
there. Anything can happen. But
Okay.
when I
I
lived
won't
out
live on
there,
that side of the fault line. Like on the ocean side of the fault line, I will always live on the east side of the fault line. That way, in case something ever does happen, I'll have beachfront property no matter what. So I will never
there you
fall
go.
in. Yeah.
You got to wonder though if people are actually buying property on the east side of the fault line in California just for that reason, right? Uh, you know,
Sure, it has.
well, I mean, what about people who are buying property inland around the coastal areas that, once the waters rise, uh then,
Yeah.
all that's going to be underwater and then they're going to have beachfront property. Um
Mhm. I'm
Kelly
thinking
said,
because see, the thing is like this side of the San Andreas Fault is like, it's not a lot of really rich. It's, that side is the coastal side. So there's a lot of really rich people. So I'm thinking, it might just be the poorer set is probably the smarter when it comes to being the fault line livers. And the rich people are all going to die off from a flood.
Denver Attaway is our resident Rockfin viewer tonight. So good to see you, Denver.
Oh, cool.
Says, but if it breaks off and it doesn't sink, maybe an independent nation. Could be. Kelly says, I was briefly. Right, I know, right? At least it could float out into the ocean and just be its own thing, get the fuck away from us.
Yeah, we'll just take Alaska and Hawaii with us too. Yeah, let's do it.
Nice. I know, right? You have your own little like Lemuria out there, the other Atlantis. We'll talk about that in a second. Kelly says, I was briefly a scumbag debt collector for AT&T during the earthquake and was trying to get a woman to pay her bill, even though her husband was smushed in the freeway collapse. God damn. Kelly.
Ooh, that sucks.
The origin story of how you lost your soul. Wow.
Right.
I remember this. Hey, what's going on, Science? Good to see you. I thought Lex Luthor had that to be oceanfront property all bought up since Superman back in '79. Exactly. That's what I was thinking of. Because he in the movie he buys all the property, or I don't know, he gets a hold of it somehow, and then he's like he's getting like a nuclear bomb or something to blow up San Andreas so it goes off into the drink. There was a documentary I watched. It was called Escape from LA. And what had happened was, it was a documentary, folks. That shit actually, it was a future, it's like Idiocracy. It's a future documentary.
I bet.
So I think LA, I don't know if it was just like the entire West Coast, like of California, or if it was just LA, broke off from the mainland and was its own thing, and it was like a prison or something like that. But it was not as good as Escape from New York. Have you ever seen Escape from New York?
I have not seen them, no, but I have heard of them. And I know they're cult classics, so I will see them one day.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
Yes.
I think they're trying to come out with like remastered versions, or they may already have. They did that with Star Trek the Motion Picture. They came out with like a 4K version of it. They remastered it 4K, and I think they're doing that too with Escape from New York too. But from what I saw, it didn't look too different. Amberly, what's up?
Hi, Amber. Aw, I love her.
Kerberos people's in the mix.
Yeah.
Ed says the end of Escape from LA is great. Don't spoil it, Ed. Like anybody's gonna watch that movie. No, seriously. If you're gonna watch any of the Escape movies, watch Escape from New York. Escape from New York, Chef's Kiss, delicious. Very cool. Very good lines in it. Lee Van Cleef, old character actor, R.I.P. Lee Van Cleef. But he was so good in it as like he was Snake Plissken's boss. He was basically like, he shot him up with some stuff and he said, you gotta go get the president in like 48 hours or something like that, or this thing's gonna blow up in your neck. Anyway, The Warriors is good too. Ed says it is good. I like The Warriors. We were talking about this the other day. I think we both are fans of post-apocalyptic type movies. So I don't know. There's so many out there too. You have The Road. Was it Cormac McCarthy was the guy who wrote that, I think. And then they made a movie version of it with the dude from Lord of the Rings. History. What is going on with you? Whatever collapses into the man-made vortex blasts up precious, hot, kind of natural riches from Mother Earth's womb elsewhere. Location. I don't know if I want anything from Mother Earth's womb, to be honest with you, because I don't know what kind of baby that's gonna be.
What are you talking about? You eat fruits and vegetables?
Well, that's on her skin. That's not on her womb. B. It's not all up
Sort of.
in her
She
plumbing.
produces. Okay, potatoes are made underground.
Well,
Do
that's
you
more
like
like
potatoes?
potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like what's his name from Lord of the Rings?
I
What's
know.
it?
That's why I do it.
Sam
Potatoes.
Potato.
That's right.
Samwise Gamgee.
That's
Uh,
right.
you shall not pass. That was that was the what's his it was Gandalf, but that was also my high school economics teacher because I failed that class. I had to take it over. He said, "You shall not pass." Boom. Uh, yeah, it was pretty bad. Did you
Oh,
like Lord of the Rings? Did you like that?
loved them. Yes, I even loved the books and the Hobbit books. Yes,
They were just magical, weren't they? They were just magic.
they were very. They were.
Tell you, I read The Hobbit, right? I loved The Hobbit. The Hobbit was like a page turner for me. It was just
Mm-hmm.
like boom, boom, boom. I couldn't stop reading it. It was so great. And then
Right.
I started reading Lord of the Rings. I got 50 pages in, and these motherfuckers still hadn't left the Shire. My god
Mm-hmm.
damn, y'all some slow fuckers.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's how I was like with Interview with the Vampire books. Like those ones were really hard to get into. The Anne
yeah.
Rice ones. Oh my gosh! Like the whole book, it took so long to get into that.
Um, yeah, there was a used to read some Stephen King books before I knew he was a fucking shitlib. But he's one of those people. It's like, try to ignore the politics because some of the writing's good. So I
Yeah.
read Thinner. That was pretty decent. But my favorite book of his has got to be The Stand. Stand, it was huge. It was like the paperback was like yay thick. But once again, it was a page turner. Boom, boom, boom. The Stand, M-O-O-N, no spills moon, and all that shit. But same thing. I tried reading The Shining because I loved the movie. Loved the movie. Tried reading The Shining, couldn't get through it. He was down in the boiler room doing some shit, and I said, "Fuck this." And then there was like some topiary shit, like some animal shaped bushes. I said, "Fuck this. This is bullshit. I'm not gonna read the rest of this." But
Mm-hmm.
well, I mean, some people don't know that Stephen King hated the Stanley Kubrick's version of The Shining. He hated it.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was just like, because he changed a whole bunch of stuff. You didn't have the animal shaped like bushes doing wild and crazy shit. I guess I don't know why he didn't like
Mhm.
it, but now that I find out he's just kind of an asshole, it's like, good for Kubrick. Kubrick said, piss on you, piss on you and your stupid book that no one likes to read. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but but
That's
yeah,
I mean, that's where you get those ultimate fandoms too from, is those people that can get past those boring parts to get, to finish off those series. Because like that's how the Harry Potter books are too as well. Like you don't a lot of people I know that are really a big fan of it don't even get into the series until the third book. And a lot of people that don't get into the series haven't even gotten to the third book. So it's kind of like, I think it's really nice for the writers to kind of do that because it gives the introduction, and then it also kind of slowly involves the person into it to kind of see if they want to involve themselves. And that's where that fandom comes from. It's kind of cool.
I guess I have a kind of a stigma when it comes to the Harry Potter books. What's up, Tina? Good to see you. Welcome to the shindig. Uh, so I worked at Borders Books out in Hollywood, and when I started working there around 2003, it all started with like the Da Vinci Code books, right? And I think that I can't
Mhm.
remember what I don't know, when was the first Harry Potter movie? When did that come out? Is that like 2001,
Yeah, it
2002?
was either 2000, 2001, because I wasn't allowed to watch it then. So yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Uh, that's so funny. It's like, it's evil. It's like, It's not
The
really.
devil.
Well, we were selling those Harry Potter books, and people would come in, and it was just like I got Harry Potter PTSD from that shit. So I didn't, but I did manage to watch all of the movies. I've seen all of the movies. I actually did a binge watch over a couple of nights. Watched all of the movies, and I liked them. They were very nice. They were fun. I liked I liked the special effects in it. I liked the story. I didn't
Mm.
I didn't know why what's her name? Hormone, what's her
Hermione.
name? Hermione. Uh why was Hermione I said I did like that part because her and the ginger dude hooked up. And I was like, oh.
That was really cool of them to do that. Yeah, I really liked that.
Ginger Nation. That's right.
Yeah,
Ginger Nation.
yeah.
Everybody loves gingers, even though we have no souls, and every freckle we have is someone we killed in life.
Well, what was
Um,
even cooler at the end too is that Harry Potter ended up marrying Ron Weasley's sister, so Harry ended up marrying a ginger girl,
that's right.
which was really cool too. Yeah,
Ginger's
all
where
the
it's at,
Weasleys.
y'all. I tell you, he was. I actually saw the. Was it the 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 Broadway play that they got out now? The Cursed Child or something like that.
Child. Yeah.
I got to see that. That was actually I've never seen a stage show with like special effects like that. It looked like something in a movie. That was some actual witchcraft, and we're probably going to hell just for seeing that. That's right, Amberly.
I'm
Gingers for life. What happened?
I'm definitely gonna have to go see the play. I bought the book, and the book is scripted, so it's like you're reading a script, like a theater script, play script.
Yeah.
So I've read it, and I know I'm a thespian, I'm a theater person, so I can read that stuff. So I totally understood what they were saying. Like even the side notes, like cut scenes, and the stage set, and who was wearing what, and the place setting, and everything like that. Like I totally understood it, but I think I'm definitely gonna have to go see the play to kind of get it, because it just seemed it seemed a little confusing. It seemed like a lot was happening at the end. It felt like a lot of people that had passed away were like their souls were coming back, like Snape came back at the end or something. It was really confusing, and I think watching it would probably give it more than reading it and using your imagination.
I mean, like for the live experience, it was great, but as far as the story, I don't know. They were all grown up, and it was like,
Yeah, that was the whole
I don't
thing,
think.
is like a lot of us wanted to see what was Harry's life going to be like when he was all grown up, and like Voldemort was dead and gone, and what would have happened to him. So that's what it is like he's grown up now. What is his kids' lives going through, like knowing that his father was this person, and they have to go to school trying to be these normal kids in this witch school, with their father being, the boy who lived, and it's just that kind of thing with teenage angst and all of that kind of stuff. I think it was more set probably for the younger crowd, definitely. But there was a lot of us that after the books were done and the movies were done and everything was finished and all the nostalgia was over, we're like, well, then what happens next? So that's what she gave to us, was just something that happened next. I just think towards the end, she kind of took in a lot of our nostalgia and put it all into the books, which was something, or the play, which was she shouldn't do, like bringing all like the dead people back and stuff just to kind of make all of us happy. I don't think she should have done stuff like that.
Yeah, it was kind of like watching Saved by the Bell, only they're grown up, the college years, and I was like, nah,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
no. Saved by the Bell in its essence, when they were young, it was like, no, that's they were the reflection of life to me. If I lived in a California town and was obnoxious. Um, so that being said, there's some weird stuff going on in the chat. They're
I know.
talking
I think you're
about
talking about South Park.
yeah.
Okay.
I haven't seen South Park in years. It's been years, and that show's been on, like, I think they're trying to stay on as long as the Simpsons have been on, which I don't know did South Park start in 99? Is that right?
I have no idea.
20, it's been on for like 23 years, I think. But The Simpsons, that shit's crazy. Oh, it came out in 96. So yeah, so 26 years. Simpsons came on in 87, technically, because they were on the Tracy Ullman show first. That started in 87. That's been 35 years that show's been on. So Bart Simpson should be 45 years old. And
Right?
and Homer and Marge should be dead.
Yeah.
More or less, because they were like what, in their 40s, maybe 30s.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
They should
should
be
be.
grandpa. They should be grandpa's age.
Grandpa should definitely be dead. And the old mold looking guy, the guy with the thick Coke bottle glasses, that guy should be dead.
And then Marge's twin sisters who like smoke constantly, they should be dead too, probably.
That's Patty and
Yeah.
Richard
Yeah.
Dean Anderson. Oh boy, that's Richard Dean Anderson. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Krabappel, no longer with us. I can't remember what was her name. She was on, the lady that did the voice of Mrs. Krabappel was also on the Bob Newhart show way back in the day. She was like the secretary or the executive assistant or whatever. She was the one that kind of ran the little check-in place where people come in to see, because there was Bob, there was this other guy, he had like this Mike Brady kind of like who's the guy that does the happy trees, the Bob Ross, he had kind of the the 70s fro going on. Marsha Wallace. Thank you, Ed. Yes, Marsha Wallace was her name. So she'd been around forever. And she passed away not too long ago. So Everly said, I remember her on Match Game. I played a little snippet of Match Game the other night. Well, a few weeks back, and I got copyright dinged for it. It was only like 10 seconds of like 70s game show. Yeah, I know. YouTube is stupid. Not a big fan.
Wow.
What do you like any of those shows? Do you like cartoons?
Yeah, we've talked about this before. Of course, I'm like an Adult Swim person. In early 90s cartoons, like you want to get nostalgic with me, I'm like Ren and Stimpy. These are like when I was really young, I used to have to hide in my mom's bedroom, like when she would be, in the living room or, at work or something, I'd hide in her room, watch Ren and Stimpy or Rocko's Modern Life. That was another really, really good one that I liked hiding and watching. Now I look back at them and they're pretty dirty, but
Ren and Stimpy.
yeah,
Was a
it
great.
was a
I
little
think.
questionable.
Okay, maybe maybe or maybe somebody in the chat knows. Did Ren and Stimpy start on MTV Liquid Television, or was that Beavis and Butthead? I want to say it was
Beavis and Butthead, I think, because Beavis and Butthead, before they started doing like actual storylines, it would just be like a little short storyline, and then they would go to their house and we would watch metal videos like over and over, and that's what MTV did. So
yeah, that was that's a little short clip.
it was so boring to me. I never understood it. And then they came out with the movie and I was like, okay, this is cool. I like this. But sitting there watching all that metal stuff all the time, I was like 12, not into it at all.
That show was so stupid because they had Mr. Anderson on there, who went on to be Hank Hill, basically. It was the same voice. He sounded like this. He said,
Yeah.
damn it, those boys are whacking off in my tool shed.
Yeah.
And then they had the hippie teacher who, I can't remember his name, but he sang this song. He was playing to the class and he was singing Lesbian Seagull. It's just like Lesbian Seagull. Okay. And they had Stewart, because one of them had I can't remember who had what. So one of them had an AC/DC shirt, and I think the other one had a Metallica shirt on. And this little nerdy kid named Stewart, he had a Winger t-shirt. Winger. No.
Oh,
Oh, Winger. So yeah, Winger had yeah, Stuart had the Winger t-shirt. So Winger, for those youngsters in the crowd, Winger was like this hair band from the 80s. And they had some songs, and you know, but we always, me and a buddy, every time we'd see Stuart or then we'd see the Winger t-shirt, we'd go, Winger, what? And just start dying laughing. Mostly, I blame that.
Aw.
I blame that on the pot. We were stoned a lot when we were watching that shit. So, but oh my goodness, Liquid Television was crazy. Do you remember any of Liquid Television at all?
Never heard of it. No.
They had Eon Flux. It was like this kind of it looked kind of like anime a little bit. It was like this kind of this anorexic looking chick. They made a movie out of it like later with Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
I
with
think
Charlie
she did.
Theron. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Charlize Theron. Sorry,
Whatever.
Miss
I don't know how to pronounce her name.
Charlize. I'm not calling her Charlize. Okay,
She's
I'll
hot.
call her Charlize.
That's all that
She
matters.
is. She's pretty smoking. Even with the bald head in Fury Road, she's pretty smoking. I like me some Charlize Theron.
Did you like her in Monster too? No.
I like the performance. I liked her performance in Monster. But yeah, she looked like she had ran through the ugly forest and hit every tree along the way.
Yeah.
That poor
That was
thing.
really
But
good though. That was good
she got the
makeup.
Oscar. Got the Oscar.
That's
the
right.
thing.
That's
When
right.
you're in Hollywood, you play somebody that ain't all there in the head, or you play somebody that looks ugly, and you know, and you hope against hope for that character, and then you either get nominated or you actually win the Oscars. So yeah,
Right.
she played Arlene Wuornos. She was a serial killer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did. You felt
hero.
kind of sorry for her in that movie. You know, you're just kind of like you kind of felt for her. You kind of understood why she was whacking these dudes because she had just
Absolutely.
like, yeah, she just been like tormented and abused and stuff like that. Now, I'm not saying
Words were dead men can't rape. She's a hero. She's doing God's work for women. If there was a God, she's doing it for women.
now we don't condone like murdering people. I'm just saying we understand it. We understood where she was coming from. So, you know, it's like, but you know, this is not a, you know, go out there and do this, you know,
Yeah, no,
yourself.
don't go out
But
there and do it. But
yeah, don't go out and murder people, please. Thank you. We want you here. We want you back at the show, you know, watching the show and having good times with us. So like I said, for some of you folks that came in late, Miss Jimmy is going to be the official Friday night co-host of the secret show. So when she wants to, obviously, if she's got something better to do, like you know, maybe she bought a brand new pair of eyelashes that she wants to try out, and she said, "I have no time for you, Mr. Man. I must put on the eyelashes." Then I'm
That's right.
I'm kind of then you're just gonna be stuck with me. But
I
you
am
know,
almost in my 40s. I have nothing to do on a Friday night. This is so much better than what I would be doing on a Friday night, for sure.
look at her. She's lying about her age, so she's trying to get pity. That's the typical.
Oh, am I lying about my age?
Love
right,
me,
yeah.
please love me. Yeah, I'm cracking 80 over here. So anyway, pity party, table for one. Oh, okay.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I know.
Pity me.
Okay, so we have to clarify something. So Miguel brings up a good point here. It's the secret show, but it's not really a secret if you tell people when it's going to be on. But the secret is we don't know what the show is about. We don't usually with the regular show, the Thursday night, you have like a guest and you're going to talk about certain things or whatever. And I usually kind of say, hey, we got a theme night or something. We get like 2 or 3 knuckleheads on. We have a good time. We talk about whatever. But this show is I have no idea. Like tonight, Jimmy asked me, she said, what are we going to talk about? I was like, I don't know, stuff. um, so Ellie says, she's missing your Cruella de Vil coat.
I know, I don't have it on tonight.
I told her that was her Long Island cougar coat.
Yeah.
Because like the ladies in Long Island, they'll wear what do they call those? What do you got? What those pants that you wear, but they're like kind of skin tight, and but they're kind of like leggings. Yes, thank you. So they have these like cougar print or like the whatever cheetah print leggings that they wear, and they got the big piled up, married with children hair, like what's her name has, and
yeah,
a lot of them do, and they all talk like this out there in Long Island. Like, Mary, are you going into the city today? You're going to see that whore, aren't you? You're going to see that whore, aren't you? No, I'm going to work like I do every day. No, you go to work and then you come home and you smell like a whore.
No, my coat is being used for my kitties right now. It's covering over the playpen so that half of the playpen has some kind of darkness. So that's what it's.
How are the
being
kitties?
used for.
Now
They're good.
Your kitty Izzy, right? She had five kittens. Is that right?
Yep. They will be so they will be 1 month old in 2 days. So I will probably tomorrow start buying and stocking up on soft food and all of that for them, and within the next week start giving them soft food. And if anybody wants a kitty, let me know.
And that's not code either. She means a real cat. So Denver on Rockfin says, you don't look a day over 30, Jimmy. 25 even. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Denver.
you.
That you are saying the right things tonight. So
I used to say no to drugs, but I can't say that anymore. So say yes to drugs.
I say no to less drugs. Kelly says Warren just flashbacked me to Goodfellas with that terrible accent. It was a pretty bad accent. It's since the pandemic began, I've like been around less and less people, which is fine. I kind of like it that way. So I don't, but I have been around people that speak like that. There was this lady, we used to work at Trader Joe's together, and she's a little bitty thing. She's maybe 5 foot tall. And we had started working there together at the same time. And we were at the registers, right? And so at Trader Joe's, they have like this roll of stickers. Like if the kids want some stickers, you just roll off about 6 or 7, tear it off. It's like, here you go. You want some stickers, kind of a fun little friendly thing. She had this accent. She sounded like George Costanza's mom. I swear to God, she would those kids would, hey, how you doing, honey? You want some stickers? Here's some stickers for you. And just like, Jesus, so cool. Lord, I didn't know if I needed a young priest and an old priest with some holy water to come by, because I was just like, okay, all right, here's stickers. And yeah, so anyway,
nice.
But there's a lot of people.
I would love to meet a lady that talks like that. I have never ever have met anyone that talks like that in real life. I mean, I've even gone to Boston and then got super disappointed that they didn't talk like that.
Yeah, Boston, they speak, everybody sounds like Kennedy there. Like,
yeah, so I went there and I was like, are you going to say, like, I went up to some person, I was like, tell me to get in the car. And he's all, we don't say that. It's get in the car. I'm like, wait, it's not car? You're not going to tell me to get a hot dog? He's like, it's a hot dog. I'm like, you motherfucks, I'm leaving Boston. This sucks.
Era, we're going to get this hot dog and put it in our mouths. Chew, 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 chew. Yeah,
that's
Boston
all I
accents.
Hear was car and hot dog. That was it.
You got well, I worked with this lady in security, and she was a very sweet lady. She lived here her whole life, but her thing was she would say coffee. Like, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Do you want a coffee? And me being, I like to, as you know, Jimmy, I like to listen to people's voices and how they pronounce certain words. And I kind of pick up on it. It's like, ooh, like I'm like, squirrel. Only it's, weird thing you just said. And so she'd say, I'm gonna go get a coffee. Do you want a coffee? I said, let me ask you something. How many W's do you put in coffee?
You're so mean.
I said, how do you spell that? She was like, she said Coffee. I said, well, where are the W's? Because I thought it was like CAWFEE. I thought it's a coffee, right? And I think she hit me with a fist.
Good. Good.
No, but I'm not making fun. I'm not trying to like make fun to make you feel bad. It's just, I just love hearing that kind of stuff, and I want to hear more. I want to hear more linguistic oddities, as it were. I know this person, and I won't say who she is, but when she says grind, she says grind, and it's just like, ew, it's like Christmas to my ears. Say it again. What? Say what? Grind. Oh, joy. But we
I
won't
want to
say
know
who
where
that
it comes
is.
from. Like, where does that come from? Like, what state sounds like that? Where the I sounds like two I's there. Grind.
Grind.
Who have I been talking? Who has she been talking to that sounds like that?
I don't know. She's kind of a crazy broad. I kind of keep my distance
is.
from her, so I don't want
She
to. I don't want to piss her off, though. You know what I mean? End up like
She might grind on you. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
She might go find a knife and cut my head off. May find it. No,
You just made my light fall, okay?
It's the power of words. Who says sticks and stones may break
I'm
my
chilling.
bones?
Good.
Words will never hurt me, but they'll fuck up somebody's lights.
That's right. I'm chilling.
See,
Like this.
Kelly says, polls have shown that the Scottish accent is the least offensive on the planet. Can you do a Scottish accent?
No.
No?
No.
No? No? I can't do a Scottish accent?
It would probably sound like Irish or something, yeah.
You never watched Highlander? You're going to get yourself some haggis. Yeah, that was pretty horrible.
Yeah.
They may take our lands, but they won't take our freedom.
They won't take our freedom. That was a good one. Yes. See, I try to do it. I sound Italian. That's horrible.
They want to take our freedom. Hey,
They want to take our freedom.
Want to take the freedom. Hey, you have a pizza pie, but you no get the freedom. Oh yeah, groundskeeper Willie from The Simpsons. Miguel says, one of my favorite things that he says is, grease me up, woman. Ain't nothing faster than a grease Scotsman. You know what's funny? I love the movie Highlander, right? Highlander is like my favorite movie of all time. It's one of those things I could watch anytime it's on, I can watch. But it's so bad because the guy who's supposed to be Scottish he's got a French accent, and the guy who is Scottish, but he's playing a Spaniard, and he has a Scottish accent. Says, from the dawn of time we came, on through the centuries. But the Highlander, he's like, there can be only one. Wee. Like, oh, come on, man. You're supposed to be Scottish. Right? We're just making fun of everybody tonight.
I know.
We pissed off the Italians, now the French.
I know.
Good thing we're in the digital realm. They can't actually come and find us.
Yeah.
So just
Find
make
us.
sure. They might grind us into powder and make bread from our bones and make grind us up. Can you roll?
There it
Can you?
is. I'm just
Can you?
Scottish.
Can you? You're just Scottish. Wait a minute. Who's you? No, you're not Scottish. That person
I
I
mean,
know is Scottish.
that girl is Scottish. Sorry.
Wink, 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 wink. So, so can you roll your R's? Can you do it? Wait, I can't do it. I can't do it now. I can't do it on command. Like, I can't do it. Can you roll your R's?
I can now. I did not for the longest time, but yes, I practiced. I spent like 6 months during the pandemic practicing. It's not very good. I can only do it like that. That's it. I can't do it very long. It's like a.
That sounds like you're gargling.
I'm trying. Hey, it's better
Are
than
you
what
doing
it
the?
used to be, right? When people, it used to be something that people used to make fun of me about in the bar. They would be like, Jimmy, do that tongue roll for me. And I would try so hard and it would just come out for like ever. It was horrible.
You sound
That's
like
what I
the.
was known as in the
You sound like
bars.
the
Girl that could
elephant
roll
man.
the
It's like I am not a man. I am a human being.
Yep.
But no, I can do it every once in a while. I can go perro. Like if I'm saying dog, you know, I can say perro.
Mm,
You do it a little bit,
mhm,
but most of the time I'm
mhm.
going.
I heard it's the white people problem. So
I mean, I can do a lot of things with my tongue, but rolling my R's is a little bit hard. But I can do. Hello. Wait a minute. There's an app for that. Hold on a second. Here we go.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, okay. All right. I shouldn't have said that. So anyway, but I can do a great Chewbacca. I can do a great Chewbacca, and that's all gargling. That's like, it's all gargling in the back
okay,
when you throw it there. So
okay,
and
you could do that
and
for sure. Yeah.
and I can imitate crickets. I have to wet up here. So it's real. You have to. So you get like this whistle through your teeth, and you have to at the same time. So you go.
No, I'm not even gonna try it. There's no way.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid to try anyway. So you have a modicum of class. I wouldn't expect you to do that. So no. Me,
I'm trying.
I'm just out there. I just want to be loved. That's all. Ed says they remake Highlander after every movie. They kind of do. Okay, so I'm not gonna spoil it or anything, but Highlander, the first Highlander movie is the greatest movie of all time, hands down. Uh, and the other movies suck. Don't If you watch Highlander, just watch Highlander. Don't watch any of the other movies after that. Don't watch a stupid TV show with his cousin. Although some people said, actually, the cousin who plays in the TV show is miles better than the actual movie. And I'm like, no, you are an asshole. The movie, just watch the movie. Don't watch anything else if you want to live a good life. And you don't want any more disappointment in your life. Because if you watch here's a story for you. So I watched Highlander back in high school, and it was just blew me away. It was one of the best movies I've ever seen. So a little later, I'm in college, like first year in college, and me and my friend, who was also a Highlander enthusiast, we found out that Highlander 2 was coming out. We're like, oh, more Highlander. This sounds good. It's like saying, more bamboo shoots under my fingernails, please. So, but we didn't know it at the time. But it wasn't playing anywhere close. We had to drive 2.5 hours to go see it. We sat through the movie. We watched the whole thing. And when we came out, we felt so unclean. We felt like, that we had been shamed. Like, we were one of these people who was getting cast out of a village, and they're like, they got the little stock around their neck, and they're like, and their people are throwing like rotten fruit at them and stuff. That's how we felt. It was just so bad. The first one was so good, and then the second one was as bad as the first one was good. and we had to drive back for 2.5 hours. We're just like, this motherfucker. The whole time we're driving 2.5 hours just saying, this motherfucker. Cannot believe we saw that piece of shit, this motherfucker. It was like we were in a pissed off trance coming back from watching that. And then I didn't watch any of the other shit. I said, no more. You've already, like, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, fuck off. I'm not getting fooled again. Or I don't know what Bush said. But anyway, did you like any of those 80s movies when you were a kid? Did you like Princess Bride or like Willow or any of that kind of stuff?
I do love Willow. Absolutely loved Willow. Yeah, there was a select few that I saw a few of, but yeah, you said it. Willow was definitely one of my favorites for sure. Princess Bride was a good one.
You know,
I'm trying to remember.
Princess Bride was it's just a classic. It's just
Right.
It was an amazing show. I mean, with Andre the Giant. Come on, Andre the Giant made that movie. If Andre the Giant wasn't in that movie, I probably would like, it was okay. But Andre the Giant, oh, so good. But Willow was was one of my favorites too. One of the reasons was because of Joanne Wally Kilmer was in that, and was a ginger. Oof.
She is. She was the evil. Yeah.
She was evil at first, but later, well, I'm not gonna spoil it. But,
later, yeah.
Yeah, and Val Kilmer was in that movie, and I think they ended up getting married, and they did another movie together that sucked and nobody cared about. Chris Sarandon was good in The Princess Bride. Yes, Chris Sarandon. What's his name? Sean. Sean was his last name. He was the one. Inconceivable. That guy, Wallace Shawn. That's who it was. Wallace Shawn. He was great. Like everybody in there. Who's the guy who goes, Benigno Montoya?
You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, oh God, I can't remember the actor's name. My brain is cheese. But that anybody want a peanut? Yeah, I know, right? Not another word, and I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Wallace Shawn was so great in that movie. And then what's his name? The lead guy. You know.
Yeah, I don't know his name. He's the guy that played in Saw. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, and he was in Robin Hood Men in Tights with
that was a good one too.
Yeah, with Dave Chappelle. He was in that one too. Mandy Patinkin. Thank you, Amber. Yeah, those there was a lot of really good 80s movies. The Goonies was fantastic. So like if you were into you know, you were like a little nerdy kid, you Carrie Ellis, thank you. I can't think of any of these people's names. But
Amber.
Lost. What about did you like Lost Boys?
I did like Lost Boys, vampire movie, absolutely. Plus Kiefer Sutherland. I think Kiefer Sutherland was one of my first crushes back in the day. So.
Oh yeah, it had what's her name in it? She was girlfriend, I think. She was also in this movie with Ralph Macchio called Crossroads. Right? That's not what's her name's movie. It's not that one. There's another movie called Crossroads. So driving me crazy. So what's her name? Jamie Gertz. Amber, you are saving the day, lady. So Jamie Gertz was in Lost Boys, but she was also in Crossroads. Okay, so there's this part. So Crossroads was actually, with Ralph Macchio and Jamie Gertz, was actually a really good movie. It was highly underrated. Had Joe Seneca in there. He was like the old black dude that's always plays the old black dude in every movie he was in. He may still be alive too. I don't know. Maybe not, but he was one of those cats. It's just like, damn, you were in a movie 20 years ago and you looked exactly the same. So basically, they got to help him get his soul back from Legba. Got to go down to the crossroads down in Mississippi, down in the Delta, go see Legba, try and get his soul back. So anyway, the long story short, so um Ralph Macchio is like this classically trained guitar player, you know. So he has to have a guitar battle with Steve Vai at the end of the movie, and it was like pretty fucking badass. So
That's cool.
there's so many good movies in the 80s. You know, just I mean, from start to finish. I mean, I guess when you get to the end of the 80s, you starts
The
to
Army of Darkness movies.
so you had Evil
Okay.
Dead,
Yeah.
you had Evil Dead 2,
Yeah.
and Army of Darkness. Bruce
Yep.
Campbell, the legend.
Yep.
L-
Absolutely.
Love some Bruce Campbell. Bruce
Okay,
Campbell.
good. We could be friends
Yes.
now.
Yes. We will form an alliance for Bruce Campbell. Are you kidding?
That's right. That's right.
He did what was it? He did a TV show for a little bit called, I think a couple of seasons, called Ash versus Evil Dead.
Evil.
And it wasn't bad. It was pretty decent, you know, but you can start to see you know, he's starting to get a little long in the tooth. But yeah, the Evil Dead movies, Amber. So there was like Evil Dead 2, and then there was Army of Darkness. And he had some choice lines in that movie. She goes, "You once thought me beautiful," and he goes, "Baby, you just got real ugly." Oh my god. He was also in a great movie, Bubba Hotep, where he played old Elvis Presley, and amazing. So like, there's this one scene where the old black guy thinks he's John F. Kennedy, and he takes him into the bathroom and he's showing him like these hieroglyphics on the in this bathroom stall. And Bruce Campbell goes, "Man, you drug me in here to show me pictures on the shithouse wall. What's wrong with you, son?" Because he's got that Elvis voice going on.
Oh my gosh.
What else do you like Bruce Campbell in? What other stuff do you like?
I've just seen that. That's it.
That
That I can think of. Yeah.
there was a Saturday morning show. Amber's like ahead of the game here. Briscoe County Jr. He played like some sort of like cowboy or something. I never watched that that show, unfortunately. But I had other things I had to watch on Saturday mornings. Even though it's like late 80s, early 90s that show came on. But I still watched cartoons when I was even in college. I'll never stop watching cartoons. And then I started watching anime stuff too. That was it Attack on Titan. Have you ever seen that?
No, but I've been wanting to because that is definitely a fear of mine. So I want to see it.
Okay, so there's the actual anime, which is really good. It has like
I heard the
50
movie is good,
episodes
too.
in a season. It's crazy. It's like it's so epic. It's like one season will take you like 3 months to watch, like if you were like actually binge watching it. But it's really good.
Wow.
But they made live action movies out of that too. That's pretty fucked up too.
That's what I want
Yeah.
to see. It looks scary as shit.
Yeah, you and I have this fear of like giant things like that,
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah.
Like we were talking about like being underwater and how
Oof.
creepy being underwater is. It's like dark, you can't see anything, you don't know what's there, especially like deep ocean water. It's like mile or two deep. Yeah, it's just disgusting, and you don't know what's creeping around in there. And that's the way I am. It's like, because somebody will say like, "Oh, well, it's a blue whale's in the water with you," right? You know, it's supposed to the biggest mammal on the planet, and it doesn't hurt people. It just like eats plankton or some shit like that, right? Or like small fish, but it doesn't like chew up people or anything. But still, I want nothing to do with whales like that in the water. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If it's so
Creepy.
big that I can't even comprehend it, like the size of a building that's the size of that animal. I can't comprehend seeing that in real life. I don't want it next to me while I'm surrounded by absolute nothingness in the water. No, that's their
Like,
stomping ground. You're in enemy territory then.
I know, right? We live on land, and neither one of us is Aquaman, so yeah, that we want nothing to do with that. So, um,
Yeah.
Kelly said, I feel like Warren bringing up anime means that he wants to talk about that weird anime octopus porn. That would be hentai,
Hentai.
hentai
Hentai, yeah.
with the tentacles, the
Yeah.
hen tentacles, the hentacles.
I've seen
Uh,
some of that. It's interesting.
it's very erotic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically chicks getting fucked by octopuses, right? Is more or less, or like something with tentacles. I mean, it's just
Something with
like,
more than one, yeah, orifice. I mean, some of them can get pretty brutal and unnecessary, but just depends on the sickness level you want to get to, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. Hentai is like good for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, okay,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is a
Exactly.
bit much. Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
especially,
Yeah.
I don't know how depraved some Japanese artists are who make that stuff, but that's some wild shit. Some of that
Wild
hentai,
imaginations for sure.
right? Yeah, I mean, it's just cartoon porn is all it is. It's like,
Mhm.
it's usually uh they sound like they have like, Japanese accents, but they're all white girls and guys. I don't know what they never
Mhm.
draw like, actual Japanese people. They draw like American looking people with big huge eyes, and then somebody's,
You guys,
somebody's getting
yeah,
fucked on a bus or something like that. Um
yeah. I'm more of like the late 90s, probably late 90s, early 2000s anime stuff. So like more like the Pokemon, Sailor Moon, what's another one that I watched? Ones like that, I guess.
think we
Dragon Ball Z.
think we shocked
Yeah.
Gamer. I think we shocked him. He said, "Wow, being fucked by octopus is crazy." Yeah, you think? A little bit nutty. So I've seen
Yeah.
stuff like Spirited Away. That movie, I think that's like that may be late '80s, early '90s. Really good anime movie. Beautiful artwork. Um, love that kind of stuff. There was also all right, so around the time The Matrix came out, they came out with this thing called the Animatrix. Have you ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So Animatrix is like it's like a collection of little short films, right? All animated in different styles. And there's this one in there, and it's basically tells the story of how the Matrix became what it is, right? And it's very similar to what happened with Battlestar Galactica, right? The new one, the newest one that it came out. So basically, humans created these robots, right? And the robots became so advanced that they became sentient, and they started fighting for their own rights, right? And the humans were like, no, we're not going to give you rights. Um, and so, they were abused. They were like, just whatever, just abused. And finally, a bunch, they tried to destroy them or whatever. Um, and a lot of them run away, right? A lot of them like go to like Greenland or someplace cold, right? Because they're robots, and they like the cold's good for like the circuitry and stuff like that. So, and then they kind of disappear for like a long time, right? And while they're gone, uh they build the society, and they like it's like this whole society of these robots, and they're building stuff, and they're like building weapons, and they're building like all kinds of like advances way beyond what the humans could do. And so they come back, and they're trying to make a peace treaty with the humans. And the humans are like, no, we don't want a peace treaty. We want to destroy you. And they're okay. Uh, so the robots have a war with the humans, and the robots are winning. So that's when the humans decide, okay, A lot of them run on solar power, so we're going to try and block out the sun, and then doing so, they end up just like kind of sealing their own fate. The robots still end up winning, and that's how, you know,
Mm,
we're
mm.
in charge of shit. I am totally not giving movie justice, but if you ever see it like streaming or something, it's called Animatrix, and it's like about 6 or 7 different vignettes or like small movies on there, and that one in particular is very, very good and very disturbing too at the same time.
I love that Amber says you can buy tentacle-shaped dildo, so haha. I have some for sale.
Wait,
Been
what?
trying to sell those for years.
You got them in the attic or something? You gotta get rid
Yes.
of them. You ever try
Yes.
you ever try having a yard sale with those things?
No, but I've taken them to like, those like all female sex party things, like where women can buy sex toys and stuff. I've tried and taken to those, but they think I'm fucking crazy because I come in there with like multicolored glitter shaped octopus dildos. Fun.
I used to have some too, and I tried selling them at a PTA meeting, and they're like, first of all, you don't have a child. I don't even know why you're here, and two, no, you're not selling those here. So,
That's right.
right.
If anyone wants one though, they're packaged, never been used. I want to get rid of them.
You're gonna be the Ron Popeil of tentacle dildos. That's
No, I only
yeah.
have 5. Limited time only.
They're collector's editions. You should put
Exactly.
you should put like characters on there, and it's like collect all 5, and like Lord of the Rings tentacle dildos, or
That's
you
it.
know,
That's it.
Backstreet Boys, or I don't know, whatever you're an artist, you can draw shit, you can put stuff on there, right?
Oh, I don't want to draw it. What if they want to use it? It's horrible.
I mean, on the packaging, not on the actual thing. See, you see,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's the
I like
gimmick.
that.
That's how you get them. Like those what is those? What were those little things? The little knickknacks people were buying like the pound puppies. Is that what it was? You could
Yeah.
have, yeah, you could have pound puppies. Pound puppies. Get it? So, there's
So gross. Oh my god, could you imagine dildos in the shape of dogs and you call them pound puppies? That's so nasty.
you could just go on the cheap and just get lipstick, I guess. It's the same thing. Kelly says there are so many dildos out there available now, vampire themed, cryptid themed, whatever you can think of.
Yeah,
I want a
absolutely.
Barty.
I've seen some really cool ones made on TikTok. They're crazy looking.
All right,
Wild.
what's the weirdest looking dildo you've ever seen? The weirdest, where you're like, Jesus God, they actually use this as a dildo for real? Okay.
It was extremely basic, but the weird, like the craziest, wildest one I've seen, and people said that they've actually used it, is ones that are actually like from like this size, and it's a fist, like a man fist. They're ridiculously long, like they're real size. And I just saw them like laying there, just standing in a row, different skin colors.
Oh wow. That is a pound puppy.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's
I
wild to me.
I
I was like,
thought
somebody
dildos,
actually fit that in there.
Jesus. And it
Right.
vibrates too? It's like
Oh, I
it
don't
does.
know. I didn't get too much into it. I was still shocked about the size.
Oh, okay.
Like you'd
So
be
I guess
chewing gum, you know?
so not all vibrators and dildos are two different things. I'm sorry.
Yes.
So a dildo is just like a regular phallic shaped object.
Right. Right.
So what is the weirdest vibrator thing you've ever seen?
I don't think I've ever seen a weird one. They're all pretty much normal. I mean, I've seen ones that are like they look like they have bunny ears and it's supposed to like go around the clitoris, but it doesn't really work that well.
Is it an Easter vibrator?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a bunny rabbit, but the ears, they just don't work. They're crap.
Is it a Nestle Quick vibrator? Is that what it is? It's like you have to send off, like in the old days, you have to send off UPC codes and then you get it in the mail, and it's got that little rabbit, the teeth, and it's
Absolutely.
like make the teeth vibrate, and then you do okay.
Monthly subscriptions where you can take it off and put snap-ons, different attachments. Yeah.
Like a transformer. I'm a Nestle Quick Bunny. I'm sorry, gamer. He said I used to drink Nestle chocolate milk. I used to too, till I discovered the bunny vibrator. That's a little bit out there.
Mm. The first
Amber says,
dildos are the scariest one. Absolutely, Kelly. I agree.
the first dildo's the deepest. Oh, wait a minute. That's the first cut is the deepest. Sorry. Kelly says
Sucks because you don't understand your own body when you're starting off with those, so you kind of have to learn like what your body, like the hardness or the softness that your own body can take. So it takes a couple of different ones to figure out what you like. So that's why she's talking about that like that. They are scary. Some of them, like they make glass ones, and I'm just like, how the fuck can you put that in, you bitch? Like that shit doesn't hurt. You don't feel that on your bone,
What if it breaks?
right? Right? Yeah.
Would be terrible.
Some girls love the hard ones. I don't know. I've seen glass ones. That's what, like when I was 18 years old, never seen a dildo in my life. I thought I was going into like a smoke shop and it was like glass pipes everywhere. Come to find out it was a sex shop. They were all dildos. I'm like, who puts glass inside of them? That's odd.
You do not want glass inside your body, I would think.
It just seems hard. Yeah, it just seems a little hard on the body.
Yeah, and a little fragile too, I guess. Unless it's like that really thick, hard, like the super hard glass, that you would really have to do some kinky shit to break that thing off.
Yeah, well, most of them that I've seen, they're pretty thick shaped, or like they're like the ball shaped ones, so they have some thickness and some girth to them. So I don't think they would break. It just seems like the non-flexibility of them would give them no movement with the curve of the inside of a female area,
Right. Yeah, because it's not everybody's like a straight in kind of thing. There's like some curvies in there. Because I've noticed some women have talked about how some men's penises have a little bit of a curve to them, and it fits them. Like that's like, I really like this guy because he's like, his shape conforms with mine, and then they're, the things they do together are a lot better. So
right.
Anyway, I think we're getting to the point where we should probably wrap things up. Got anything coming up?
10:30.
I know it was 1:30 over here. And I need to use the little boys' room. So I tell you what, you want to entertain the troops for a few minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay. You can talk to the chat. She's really nice. Okay.
I do bite though.
Whoa. Okay. It's that kind of show.
No, I don't bite too high. Hi, Yona. Nice to see you. Good to see you. I don't bite too hard, you guys. I promise. I promise. All right. So what does Kelly say? At the adult store I worked at, we sold a lot of glass dildos, which I think were just for art purposes. Vibrators from Germany and Japan are the best because of their motors. I agree. So, okay. So then you've seen, okay. So they definitely don't sell very often on the glass ones. I was always wondering about that because I could never imagine somebody doing, having it, unless it, of course there's obviously going to be people that are into kinks and things like that. There's obviously that. So that's what I was just wondering. So they weren't, big sellers or stuff. It's just, they seem to sell them everywhere. A lot of them, so that'd be pretty funny though. Could you imagine being your mom coming over to your house and you just got a bunch of dildos there as your art pieces? Genius. That'd be great. Hi, Amber. Never been to an adult store before. Oh no. Well, you're not, I mean, you're not really missing much unless you're into that kind of stuff. It's mostly just toys, clothing, and like videos. So unless, you're wanting to get something for yourself, or, like the toys and stuff, of course they have the toys there, but usually as a guy, you don't want to go in there by yourself most of the time, even though it's not that big of a deal. But most of the people usually just like to go in there for their girls or something. But there's some films in there. There's some really good films in there. I mean, I would what's good? I know Brazzers right now is really good with the younger crowd. They seem to be doing a lot of really good stuff. I've been trying to get them to write a script about like how the YouTube kids used to do like Hype House and stuff, doing like that where they're all just like doing it with each other. That would be hilarious. So yeah, that would be really funny. Only smoke shops, okay. Glass you can warm up and cool down, but not my thing. Oh, I never thought about that. The warming and the cooling effect. Instead of using like, the liquids and the oils and stuff that do that, you just do that part. That's interesting. What would you tell your mom they are if you had to let? I have no idea. That is a good question. I would just tell her they're dildos. What would you tell them? Because I would just tell her they're art piece dildos. Just be like, Mom, I've never used them. They're just for art, but And then my mom would just think I'm quirky and we'd move on. What would you tell them? Yeah, the huge dildo in the Clockwork Orange. I remember that. That was, oh my gosh. That was another really good old school movie too. Oh, I love that movie. I was too young to see the old New York and all the sex shops. Okay. Don't get cinnamon flavored lubricant. It ends up. Ooh, I couldn't even imagine. That would suck. What's the name of your local sex shop? Mine's the Castle. Mine was Fun Zone. That was Fun Zone was my place. They would sell us stripper clothes too, so they'd always keep a really good stock of really cool stripper clothes for us on the cheap. So, and some the high heel shoes like the stilettos and stuff for us. So that was the stripper place, and if you were a dancer, you'd get a discount from them, which was really cool too. So I actually liked that a lot. That was fun. I don't watch porn like I used to. Yeah, it seems well, I don't know. It's I guess I would say because I'm biased because my husband makes it. So I would say it's a lot better now film wise. The shots, the angles, the lighting, everything like that when it comes to the cruise part of the responsibility has been has gotten a lot better. I wouldn't say the acting has gotten any better. The girls and the males have gotten a lot more diverse and accepting. There's like tattooed people, so that's been really cool. A lot of the females too are very independent as well. They've been able to go out and do their own things. OnlyFans has pretty much been able to allow them to do that, which gives the guys in the crew able to make extra money on the side to be able to make a living instead of having to contract through companies like Hustler and Vixen and all of them. He can just talk to one of those girls, the porn stars themselves, and go make film for them for their OnlyFans, and that's how they make money as well. So it's actually gotten a lot better for not only the stars but for the viewers as well to be able to see it. So yeah, definitely that'd be really cool. Like, yeah, you should get into some of the porn. I still watch some of the porn, so because I know the people and I love them. So Jimmy 2024. I know one day Jimmy Dore will know my name, and then he'll be like, there's a girl out there named Jimmy, and I will be like, yes, there is. He's a great ball. That old of a movie. I don't know what you're saying. My sex shop was called All for Love. It was not All for Love. That's a good one. That's a good little fake front for them though. Wow, he does. Yes. My husband has been making porn for the last probably about 30 years of his life. I lived in Nevada for like 10 years, and I was about 2 miles from the Moonlight Bunny Ranch. when Dennis Hoff was still alive, and I got to meet him in the Air Force Army a few times. Oh, cool. I've never been out there, but yeah, incest porn is popular. Yeah, they've been the people that are making it don't understand it either. It just seems to be some kind of thing that the younger crowd seems to like right now, and it's not even like it's not like full incest either, you know. It's like I mean, it is still, but like stepmom and stepson or something like that, or stepbrother and stepsister. It's really fucking weird, but the younger crowd seems to be wanting it right now. So I don't know.
Wait, what?
You're like the longest year ever.
Oh, yeah, there was someone in the bathroom. Unfortunately, I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. But I made it. Woohoo! No,
Sex workers. Yes, thank you, Amber. Really quick, support sex workers. Porn is healthy, absolutely, and most of these females are absolutely happy with what they're doing, and they're making a bank load of money. So keep talking all the shit you want because they're carrying that to the bank.
I was listening the whole time because these are wireless.
Oh, okay.
And it's wild being in the bathroom and listening to sex talk, and you know, and then I heard incest, and I was like, wait, I got to get back. What's going on here?
Yeah, you did.
So
yeah, you did. Well, that's the thing. It's like it's what's the trend right now for some of the younger things. Like that's what my husband's been. I mean, not a lot of it. He hasn't been making a ton of it, but there has been bits and pieces here and there where he's had to go and make that kind of stuff, and it's like the step stuff. But it's still, I don't know. There's something about it right now. He's not winning any awards for it, but there's you know a call for it somewhere.
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure what he's doing is fine work as far as like the because he's not writing the shit, you know, he's just
Yep.
what he's like shooting and lighting it,
lighting
right?
and filming. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like it.
Yeah,
think
the
we
crew
talked
is
about-
like, we don't understand what the fuck we're doing either.
Right? I mean, we've gotten to the point where you know, people like different kinks now, you know, the normal stuff is not doing it for them, and you have to get into that more, you know, taboo kinky kind of stuff, and it's not new.
Yeah.
I mean, they were doing that back in the 70s too. There was a lot of, I mean, Taboo, the movie, the porn movie Taboo, and there was like 18 taboo movies, you know, and
Yeah.
it was, but that wasn't like step stuff. That was like actual like mother son. I mean, not the actors. Yeah, they were obviously actors, but in the story, it was moms and their sons, and it was like, oh, some freaky motherfuckers up here in the 70s. I don't know what y'all doing, but nowadays they can't do that. Nowadays it's like, I've seen some porn movies. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody has told me about porn movies because I've never seen one. That they have they have disclaimers at the beginning saying, we're not related. This is just
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah.
Don't freak out.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yep.
really, that's where we're at now. You got to put disclaimers on porn.
Mhm.
You know, where usually it's just like, all right, get to fucking action, you
Mhm.
know, and you know. So
Well, when I
it's
first met my husband, and then before we ever even met for like, 20 years before that, he was doing a lot of the he was working for companies called like Dungeon Core, where he would like he was videotaping the wife of the lead singer of NoFX doing dominatrix stuff, the damsel in distress kind of things. Everything was always, the girl's 100% approval, but they made it look like she wasn't approving of it, electric shock therapy around, sensitive areas, ball gags, all that stuff. So, that's a lot of the stuff that was allowed back in the 2000s that's absolutely not allowed anymore. I mean, you cannot even pretend to make a girl look like she's not okay with it when, even if she is. So it's wild, the things. So they have to find, their newest kinks, and that's just what that is right now, is the step stuff. So.
Yeah, there's like I've seen, yeah, there's all kinds of crazy shit on there, like all kinds of step stuff. Like I'd say that's probably predominant on there now. The regular stuff
Yeah.
is just too boring. You know, that's the thing. It's just like, I guess some
Yeah.
people like, if you're into that sort of thing, it's just,
Yeah.
but they have all kinds of stuff on there. They have like, they actually have romantic porn movies too, where it's just like, that's,
Yeah.
it's almost like, it's like hardcore
Well,
softcore.
that's a lot of what the Stormy Daniels does now. When she does a lot, like when she does like full feature length, she'll do a lot of the romantic porn stuff. So, like the last one she did that my husband went out to, it was all like about a ranch and horses and falling in love and all of that. So.
Oh, it was a Cenk Uygur was in it. So if it was horses, a man and his horse. I wish I knew how to quit you.
God.
That was pretty. That was pretty.
I wish I knew
awful.
how to quit you.
Les Boat said, I'm stuck. Come help me, step bro. Yeah, they got those.
Yeah.
The stuck videos are just so stupid. It's like they're obviously not stuck, right? How do you get stuck? You're like 110 pounds soaking wet. How do you get stuck in a dryer? Like, oh, I can't get out. And you can see like they're kind of like their arms are on the outside. And it's just their head inside there. They're just like, I'm stuck and I can't get out. And then dude comes along like, well, I guess you don't mind this. It's like, oh, I guess not. And like that's so stupid. Under tables. It was like, how you getting stuck under a table? Come on. Like no, you think like maybe a pool table or something like that. Okay, it's a heavy ass table or like one of these big ass dining room tables. We're talking about like a glass top, like some IKEA shit that you can probably just lift up. You don't have to have any strength to lift up. I like some realism in my pornographies.
Amber says, sorry, Amber, I just want to say really quick, because she says, I don't know how I feel about the movies that mimic violence towards women in an explicit way. I have to ponder that. I just want you to know that there's all of them were 100% consensual. Absolutely. Like, I totally lost track of what I was even thinking, but everyone is consensual. Like even the women are totally okay with it. Absolutely. There's no, the women are not okay. That's what I was thinking. Betty Page during those times, she was 100% okay with, doing most of what she was doing. So it's like that kind of stuff. It just, some women really like pain. I mean, I knew a girl that liked to do herself with a knife. So, some women really like that shit. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild.
Oh.
I know.
Knives and genitals. No.
Hey, her husband I swear her husband is the literal creator of the Baby Shark song. He used to sing it back in 2000 before that song ever got big. Swear to God, when they came out that song, I'm like, they stole it. They stole it from him.
Baby shark,
Yeah.
baby shark. Now fuck yourself with a knife. Baby sadomasochism, sadomasochism.
Well, because they would call him Sharky. That was his name, was Sharky. Because,
Sharky.
Yeah. Sharp teeth, fin, pointy stuff. He liked all of that. So we'd call him Sharky. So.
All I'm saying is if you're putting sharp objects near your genitals, you're playing with fire. Okay. I won't
I know,
even
she
like
liked it. It's wild. I know.
I couldn't even
hey,
I shaved myself one time for this young lady a long time ago. And I used clippers. I didn't use scissors or anything like that. I used clippers. And she said, "Are you going to shave it?" No. I said,
why not? What?
Okay. All right, the area north of the peninsula, like on the belly, okay, yeah, that's shaveable. But when you're getting out on the peninsula, or the little the little pools there right next to it, those don't need blades. Because
What? You better stretch those balls out to a hammock and shave those motherfuckers.
I keep thinking of like those old timey, you go to the barber and they have those straight razors, and then they do like this. But then you got to stretch it out and just flip it over.
That's right. That's right.
everybody forgets there's testicles in there. All right. It's not just it's not like an empty coin sack. All right. There's coins in there. Very, very sensitive coins. Okay. And it's like the sack's like wrinkled like a brain, right? There's like little, little
Stretch that bitch out.
valleys.
Stretch it out, hang it to like a coat hanger, and just go at it.
No, fuck that. No. The coat hanger. How do you think? Damn, balls ain't that big. Come on. What happens to the little pee-pees that's in there? The little marbles. You stretch those out too? Ew.
No, you guys can totally tuck those things up inside of you. I have seen it, all right? You guys can like tuck them up in there, like into your stomach. Just
Miguel's
tuck
got
them
my
up,
back.
stretch them
Miguel
out,
says,
and just
F
go to
that.
town.
Exactly. Listen, you get the totem pole, all right? But you're going to have to deal with the jungle below. That's all I'm saying. We are not clearing this out. We are not clearing out the Amazon for any of y'all. All right. And if you do, that's some crazy. Look, like I said, you get now some people get the clippers and they could do that. That's fine. That that's not too bad. But like actual like razor blades.
Shave that shit down.
No, sir or madam. No, thank you. Because one little nick. That's it. One little nick. And even if it's like not bleeding profusely, you still have a nick on your nutsack, and you get sweaty in your underwear, and sweat has salt in it, and then the salt gets in the nick. It ain't like you can put a Band-Aid on there. It's like this round snuffleupagus looking shit down there. Hey, the Band-Aid ain't gonna stick. Come on.
I keep forgetting you're like a Gen Zer or a Gen Xer or whatever, and you're not used to the fact that literally everybody 40 and younger shaves their vagina. Like, we shave that shit. Do you know how close we get to that hole? Both holes?
That's what's wrong with America today. That is why we are in the shit storm that we are, because everybody's shaving balls and vajayjays left and right, willy-nilly. Meanwhile, the rest of us with sense are like, no, sir. No, sir. No, sir or madam. That is not happening. No, but I gave it a shot. I did the shave thing, and I did the clipper thing. I was not brave enough to put the blade down there, and but my partner was pleased. She said, "Wow, that's very nice that you did that for me," and but then it started growing back, started itching like crazy. And that's another thing I didn't like about it. It's like, did I scare you away?
No, my battery says it's running low, so I was just making sure I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, when it started growing back, that was that was fun too. I think it was during the summertime too. It was no. I've had to get shaved down there before for surgery too. I had a double hernia surgery about 20 years ago. And they had to shave down there. It was so weird. So I looked down there, it was like some sort of mini fucked up Frankenstein who had stitches and and then the thing, and then put it on the Ritz. And it was talking, and or those could have been the drugs. I'm not sure. Anyway, we should probably get out of here. What do you think? Are you? Oh no, she's frozen. Frozen in time. Are you frozen in time? I think they got to her. Poor thing. Oh boy. Well, anyway, her computer died. That's fine. I think all this spicy talk was getting to her too. So that's what I'm gonna say it was. She's pretty good. But we need to get out of here anyway. It's getting pretty late around these parts. So yeah, so she's going to be, you know, she's going to be the co-host here on Friday nights. I think that was a fun time tonight. We got into some really weird conversations, but some good conversations too. So I hope you all enjoyed it. So you can catch Jimi. She's also on Kerberos Media. She takes care of the MMT Tuesdays for Kerberos. She does the news on Tuesdays and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Kerberos as well. Yeah, because she's trying to get us to shave our balls, and that computer said, no, fuck you, we're not shaving balls. Even the computer said no. Amber, I'm glad you had a good time. So as for me, tomorrow night at midnight, the wonderful and talented JB Font is scheduled to be on. I hope he's still going to be on. Hopefully everything is good and he's good to come on. So we're keeping the fingers crossed. He may have some other stuff going on. So, you know, exactly. The universe said hairy balls only. Thank you. So yeah, I hope y'all had a good time tonight. So that's going on at midnight tomorrow night. And then yeah, so there's gonna be some changes going on with the Extra Bulla regular show. We've got some maybe changing days. Might be doing like a weekend daytime stream instead. Maybe you know, get more people on board for that. Just do a weekend thing. Do a Friday night secret show, Saturday or Sunday afternoon Extra Bulla, and then a Saturday night secret show after party. Jimmy, your thoughts on ginger hairy balls? Ginger hairy balls are worth more than gold because they are gold. Literally spun gold. Ginger hairy balls. So I just want to thank everybody, my producers, Les Bones and Indy Left. Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. Gamer, Kelly, you guys are awesome. Signs, just running up the pike here. Amberly, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Miguel, appreciate you. Who else we got in the mix here? Got some folks. Oh, Denver Attaway on the Rockfin. I hope you had a good time. Had a couple folks on Twitch too. I believe so. So not quite sure who was on there. We hope you had a good time as well. Who else was here in the mix with us? It was a good crowd. It's a decent crowd. We got about 14 watching right now, I think. Yeah, I think I got it. I'm pretty sure. Let me just look up here. Yeah, I think I got everybody. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. Lupine OS on Twitch. Thank you. For coming out. Get too many of our Twitch buddies. Ed Heller, Fred Edward, thank you guys. Appreciate you. I really like this format. I think just having conversations about random stuff that you guys bring up in the chat is awesome. And now I got a pal to help me out on Friday nights. Hopefully on Saturday nights, we'll have a guest that wants to come on and just shoot the shit with us, you know, just and kind of enjoy the night with us into the wee hours. Well, I guess we just got raided too. Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I'm always left speechless at the end of these shows because I feel so good when we do these streams. I had no idea that these secret shows were going to take off the way they did. They seem to be doing well. They seem to be growing. We're growing on Rockfin too. So if you can go to my Rockfin page, it's just look for Extra Bulla and subscribe. Denver, I know you're still there. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everybody. I love everybody. We're just trying to do something different in the space. Something different, but also something that, you know, kind of complements what other people are doing, like the more serious kind of news shows and stuff that's going on with independent media. We're all one big family. We need to be informed, but sometimes we need to be entertained, and sometimes we just need to have just real talk sessions like this. So I hope everybody had a great night. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. My link tree is down below. That's where all my my links are. You can find where all my platforms are, donation links, information, social media, all that good stuff. It's linktree / Extra Bulla. Thank you once again to Jimmy Sunderland. I think Friday nights are going to be so much fun with her on board. I can't wait for the next Friday night to have her back on. It's going to be a good time. I love all y'all. Have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow night at midnight Eastern, JB Font, or it'll be me playing pickup sticks with my butt cheeks. Have a great night. Wash your ass. Keep it clean. You never know when you're going to need it to play pickup sticks. Good night. Peace.
Shut up, bitch!